In this video, I'm going to update on the arrest made of myself, Jamie and Duncan in Shropham, Norfolk on the 13th of April 2024. To recap, we attended traditional Norfolk poultry, a farm and slaughterhouse, with one other activist who made off before police arrived. We were there to conduct a covert investigation after receiving reports of unlawful animal abuse and neglect, as opposed to the lawful kind, which of course is inherent in industries that enslave, commodify and kill animals. We accessed the exterior of the site by stepping over a very low fence and were immediately confronted by masked up slaughterhouse workers and TNP's financial director Scott McKinney, who had obviously been lying in wait. Clearly unaware that to be a compelling actor, one must possess at least an iota of emotional intelligence, McKinney and his minions put on a pretty dire drama performance, attempting to entrap us by pretending they had no affiliation with TNP and encouraging us to continue with whatever we were doing. But unconvinced by their show of pointing and inspecting as if they were just randomly looking around the place, we decided to leave. At this point, the grunts followed us back to Jam's car and subjected us to assault, criminal damage and false imprisonment. At an earlier point, one of them had obviously phoned their buddies at Norfolk Constabulary, and when they arrived, they told them a pack of lies about what had taken place. This led to me, Jam and Duncan getting arrested, in spite of the fact that we offered to show attending constables there and then video footage that proved TNP were perverting the course of justice by providing a totally false report. This footage, as filmed on Jam's body-worn camera, was uploaded in a video I made last year, which I'll link in the description, and advise people to watch before this one if you haven't already seen it. The following is the continuation of that footage covering the police response, which I couldn't upload previously. Some of you may remember that for over a year, and due to an entirely false and malicious charge of police witness intimidation, for which I've since been acquitted, I had a bail condition not to film or post anything online about police officers. If being threatened with prison for publicly speaking about the police doesn't illustrate how far the UK has descended into an authoritarian state, I don't know what does. But the footage I'll play now, showing the handling of the TNP incident by yet more narcissistic, incompetent, partisan constables, will leave you in no doubt as to why Norfolk Constabulary don't want the public seeing what they're up to.
Hello, officer.
What's going on then?
He just got here.
Sounds of it, it's a bunch of protesters going on.
It's not. It's nothing like that.
Now they're whinging because they've been attacked by the people that work there.
We have been attacked by the people. Is civil trespass a crime?
Abby.
Right, and you're, well, who are you, sir? I'm just aware you are Special Constable for Stepford, and I am recording.
Yeah, that's
okay?
great. Okay. They've assaulted all of us. Excuse me, officer. Thank you, Abby. You're a good person. Yeah, I've got all the evidence here.
I'm Special Constable for Stepford, and I am recording everything as well.
okay.
Okay, the reason for that, I'll explain to you. Yeah. Is because that's for my safety and your safety. I don't know any of you, and I need to get a fair view of what's going on. Is that okay with everybody?
That's fine. Got all the evidence on my device. I recorded the whole interaction. Basically, we just entered, we walked through a field, stepped over a fence about that high.
Why you've gone in there in the first place? I understand you might be protesting.
To fly the drone.
Yeah,
and one of these
auditors.
people has stolen my phone, and I reckon
Auditing
it's
for
this
who,
one.
sir?
For myself.
For what purpose, please?
YouTube.
For YouTube, right. So basically you're doing this for your own social media.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is civil trespass a crime?
Civil trespass is not necessarily a crime
It's not a crime.
us, okay?
It's not
The problem
aggravated.
you've got is, without being rude,
Yeah.
if you were living in
I need
somewhere
to
like this
move
and
my
people
car.
turn up at night, masked up, dressed in black, on your property, Can I ask what would be your reaction?
What, a place of work?
It's a place of work, it's not
Irrespective, if someone turned up, if somebody turned up at your place of work at night,
wouldn't give a toss.
masked up in darkness, yeah.
We explained what we were doing. The second we
The whole incident is recorded on his body
I
cam.
understand that, but what you've got to understand as well, what you've got to understand is I'm not going to get into a debate with you about
No, these guys need to be arrested. They assaulted
don't
us.
tell me what I need to do. I will make a decision based upon what's happening.
What's your badge number and
Well, you need
My
to
code
stick to
number
the
is
law.
7937. Do not dictate to me what I need to or not need to do.
Well, I'm a member of the
Some
public.
man has stolen my phone.
Okay, first
Right?
of all,
Can you call more officers, please? Maybe the sergeant?
right, just
I want
listen
to
to
know
me.
your
you call your
inspector and where
sergeant,
you're
please?
based and your
Right,
name.
I've told you what's gone on already. Somebody would have told all of you.
Yeah, it's all on what you want here, mate.
Okay, so what I need to understand is what's going on at the moment. Yeah, I've got you telling me one
One of
thing,
these
you telling me
people
something
has
else, and so
stolen
many
my phone.
things.
The police have a paddle door so she could get round.
Well, who stole my keys? I haven't got my keys.
People, they've stolen
which
the
car?
keys.
Which
This
car's
is
lost
all
its
on body
keys?
one
Right,
camera.
my
I'll
vehicle.
speak to one person at a
Okay.
time. I can't deal with all of you shouting
Yeah.
at me.
My vehicle that they nearly put a brick or rock through
Which
because they
is
hit
your
the shower of
vehicle,
it. The Vauxhall Corsa.
The Vauxhall Corsa
With,
just in front of us.
yeah, with the lights on in the middle of the road because they
that's
stole my
fine.
keys
Okay.
and they were beating my friend up and they had him hostage.
Right, who was beating your friends up?
Okay, so this guy was restrained for 10 minutes, yeah? Assault, unlawful use of force, okay? For civil trespass. If someone asked us to leave, which we did leave straight away without doing anything.
Stand by.
Yeah, could you please get more officers here? Because
They're on their way.
these guys have attacked us and they've tried to spin it on you.
He had me in a bear hug for about 5 minutes and threw me on the
They've
floor.
stolen our property
Then threw me
for
on the
civil
floor.
trespass.
So I need to get some details from you all,
Oh, please. Yeah.
so we can sort this out.
Yeah, please do. First of all, I'd like to know who stole my keys so I can actually move my vehicle out of the
I don't
highway.
know, do I, sir? I've only just
I know.
arrived here. Yeah? BK Bravo Zulu 2.
We want to sort out the car before we start all this stuff.
Oh, ideally, but he's in charge.
So we need the car keys off on the east side.
Thank you so much for stopping because we felt really unsafe. Like we didn't know if they actually phoned the police or not.
Oh, well, yeah, probably should have phoned them instead of beating you up.
Yeah, well, they stole my friend's phone. They've stole my car keys
Hopefully
now.
you'll get it back. Alright, they're going to move the
so.
car in a sec. Their car.
So what we need to do is find
Oh,
out.
they could have your badge number,
Can you move the
station.
car, please? This lady needs to get
7135.
past.
Thank you.
Could you, the lady needs to get past. You're going to have to move the car.
Which lady's that?
Thank you. Thank you for stopping. Please, I think I broke this door. It's good.
Where are you going to?
Thank you for stopping.
Are you with these guys or you?
No, they stopped because I said we were in danger because we're being assaulted by a bunch of men.
Now that we've cleared the road a little bit.
Okay, so we entered the field,
Yeah.
just down the lane there, where there's a slaughterhouse where they kill millions of chickens.
Right.
Stepped over a fence about yay high,
Yeah.
and then we were on the concrete area behind the slaughterhouse.
Right. Okay.
So no one approached, well, they approached us, they ran after us,
Yeah.
jumped on my
How
friend.
many of them, sir?
There was 3 of them, I believe, or 4.
Okay. And they all work, they do, as far as you're aware.
Well, apparently they were there investigating the place, walking around. So, you know, we thought they were...
You don't know who they are, though, at all?
Yeah, they're slaughterhouse workers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we thought they were just there auditing, you know, it's civil trespass until someone asks you to leave. If you refuse to leave or if you obstruct their business,
Yeah,
it becomes
they can ask
aggravating.
us to escort people off.
Yeah, of course. But the thing is, we didn't like who they were because we thought, okay, they're really dodgy guys. So we left the property, returned to the car. They grabbed my friend there, which is assault. Okay.
Right.
So he grabbed my friend there, which was assault. I then driven down this road a little bit. They started kicking the shit out of my car. I thought they were killing my friend.
Okay.
So I reversed down the road a bit.
Was it the gentleman
Where-
that stood here that's actually
where-
assaulted?
Are you prepared to get
Yeah, where are the people that have assaulted us gone?
I don't know. I need to deal with your bit first so I can get your stuff details.
So we've just all been assaulted,
Yes, but
and you don't know where the people that assaulted us
So
have
how would I
gone.
know where the people have gone? I've just arrived.
I want to come in with you and watch you
How would I know
They've
that?
committed a crime.
I get
They were here.
that.
They were here.
I
So
get that. We'll investigate that. Yeah. However, I've arrived after the event. How would I know where they've
I
gone?
want them to be such. They've
Wow.
stolen my phone.
How would you expect me to know where
if
they've gone?
someone back to the slaughterhouse, I imagine.
Well, I wouldn't know, would I? I've only just
Come on,
arrived here, so I'm just trying to take.
can we go to the slaughterhouse? They've stole my
No, you
friend's
are not going
phone.
on there. We will go on there and sort it out. Yeah.
Well, you need to get more officers because at the moment they've stole their phone. Multiple people have assaulted me tonight.
Sir, you are trying to be deliberately obstructive. I'm trying to
How am
help
I?
you.
I'm trying to report a crime, and you're trying to
I'm trying to
pin
take
me
your
for
details, but you're not answering them. You're just telling me what I should and shouldn't be doing.
which you should be doing is getting more officers because
Tell me the
people
necessity to arrest them. Then what's the necessity?
they've
Under
assaulted us.
postcodes.
They've assaulted us. It's all
fine.
it's video
And
evidence.
what's
It's
the
all
pace code
camera.
for it then?
Pace code. Don't give me that shit. I'm not you.
Right, stop
Remember,
swearing.
I'm not a little fascist like you.
Right. And again, when you start to lose an argument, you start to become abusive, don't you?
Yeah,
Start calling
because-
people swearing and calling people
Okay.
fascists.
So what have I done tonight, officer?
Right, so the necessity to arrest, there needs to be a necessity to arrest. Just an offence has taken place, we don't arrest people straight away. There has to be a necessity for it.
That's stolen her mobile device.
Right, okay, so we need to find that.
Yeah,
Okay.
theft is.
So I need to
a
find out what
necessity.
that looks like, what it is,
Yeah.
what phone it is, what telephone number
Well,
it
you
is,
need to-
and her details, don't I?
You also-
Before I even go in there.
Oh my god, this is we need more
So,
officers down here.
so that's how we do it, right?
My colleague.
There is another one, officer coming, that's fine.
Okay,
But let's
so-
start taking your details before you start dictating what I am and not
So you
doing.
just after getting
Yeah,
details.
after
I haven't
us.
got any details yet.
So civil
You're
trespass,
telling me that.
and we've been
Right,
assaulted.
okay.
If you've been
Criminal
assaulted,
damage, which is all recorded. This was
put a
recorded the whole
crime on
time.
without the name. It'll just go. It
That's
will just
fine. I'll
go.
give you my name. I don't care.
That's all we need.
You take my name because I want those guys locked up. They're violent criminals. They've just assaulted us. They detained him for 10 minutes, restraining him in the neck, blinding me with their torch, stole my car keys, stole her phone.
Annoyed that I've been assaulted.
I understand that, and I'm not disputing
coming
that.
from
When
different
people
areas.
start calling me-
I'm just saying, I don't like that you guys have lost contact with these guys that have made the allegation
I
of
haven't
whatever you're
spoken to
here
anybody
for.
yet. I've literally just spoken to me.
They've all assaulted us.
I'm not arguing with you.
Why not you hear one of them? Let him go, let him go. That's
We've
wrong.
accused them of assault and theft and
get
various
that.
other offences. Rather than
somewhere
detaining
there.
them to investigate.
So-
you don't know what.
I wasn't here. I've
This
just
guy's
arrived.
attitude
I'm trying
is
to
awful.
get details. I don't know what phone you had, what colour it is, what make
It's
it
a
is, what it looks
black
like,
iPhone.
your details.
Can you ring it?
Yes, yes, it's
Yeah, I will.
So
all
till I
under
get
control to a
those,
certain degree,
there's not
but
much
we
you
have
can do,
we
is
are
there?
being a
I
little
know that
bit.
you've been assaulted, sir, so I need to get some details from that.
They've lost sight of the people that have assaulted members of the public.
It just felt like it coming down
We'll
the
deal with
road.
that in a minute. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
They're a bit slow on everything, mate. What is this?
What the whole thing? We got an allegation of assault.
And theft.
Criminal
My
damage.
colleague this told me.
They kicked the shit out of my car, officer. Yeah. We left the property, no one even asked us to.
There was 4 people in total. 4 people, yeah? It's 4 people, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Were they
did you
wearing
ring it?
anything distinctive, i.e. employee clothing, anything like that?
It'll all be on the camera. Can you
They need arresting, officer.
Okay, the necessity to arrest I've explained to you, sir. Yes?
You're talking to me?
Yeah. I've got video evidence of them assaulting us,
Were they, you know, if they
threats of harm, criminal damage, theft. For what? Because we stepped over a fence that they say there's property.
We've got to get both sides of the story.
Yeah, the whole side is on camera.
We
They've
went
got
onto the
camera.
property. We're not disputing that. That's civil trespass. Or there's not police
They have
jurisdiction. You know
cameras.
that, right? We did not commit any form of aggravated trespass. We didn't even say anything to them. As soon as we saw them, we left the property.
They came
And
chasing
they
after
followed
us.
us. We got in the car and they dragged us out of the car. And this is all on camera. Okay?
Thank
So
fuck
the
for that.
necessity to arrest them is
They're
to
violent
preserve
criminals.
evidence and to investigate.
They could be smashing the shit out of our camera right now.
They've got my phone. If you detain them, you can then search that and find my phone. They've gone and then they've hidden it somewhere.
So will you give details to me or my colleague here?
I will give
Why
you.
are you interested in getting our details? Not going in. I'll tell you where
They
they
need it
are.
for a crime.
We can't try it without...
We haven't done anything wrong, so I couldn't give a shit. I want those guys in the cell. If it means I can send you this evidence of them assaulting me, blinding me with a
I can't go
torch,
there right at the minute.
pleading them to let go of my friend because I had him in a choke block. For what? Stepping 1 foot over a fence onto a slaughterhouse
They
property.
followed us. We left the property as soon as we
Chasing
saw them
after
because we
us,
didn't
drag
want
us
to
out of
cause
the
them
car,
any
kicked the
alarm.
shit
We
out of the car,
left.
stole my
They
keys,
followed us. They kicked
stole
the
our
car.
phone.
They dragged us out of the car and they stole my phone. And you're not even sure. Oh, they just kicked it. I'm sure the car's fine. It's more so we were dragged out and I need that back. I can't believe it.
I don't know if... Nah, that's
Did
probably
you ring
not.
it? Did
I
you
thought that
ring
because one of them had a really big mag light, like a heavy torch, and I thought he was going to do the window through.
Did you ring my phone back?
No, sorry. They're not going to answer, are they?
No, but I'm just...
We need more
saw him.
officers here to
He might
obtain...
have dropped it. He might
Please.
have thrown it somewhere. Like, are you ringing it?
I'm doing it.
See them, young, old, they were youngish.
So can you describe them to me? Start that way.
Yeah, one of them was really burly.
Burley.
Were they
Burly.
big fellas or
Yeah.
They've turned your phone off, Jam.
without being rude?
I think one of them had a green hood. They've probably gone back to slaughterhouse
So
to get paid now.
describe the burly chap.
I think he had a green hoodie. He might have a white logo on it. His hood was up. He had a face covering.
So, when you've come out on the road, these 4 people followed you, and then
You know, it's quite skin type hoodie.
Can you describe anybody else?
Yeah, there was a farmer looking guy, so he was wearing like a green coat, like, you know, the dark green coat, green trousers, wellies, cap, balaclava.
down the road to get in the car, was just getting in, because Jason stopped.
Yeah.
I was just getting in the car, and he got hold of me from behind.
You've mentioned
Like green wellies and green...
I need your phone.
Green
Got,
top.
But I didn't want to break the door.
have you got Geronimo?
Up the road a little
No.
bit,
That's,
10,
no.
20 yards up the road.
grabbed from behind
That's all
and
right.
pulled away from the car.
Anybody else?
Was there 3 or 4 of them? There was
There was
4.
You
four.
need
There
to
was-
fucking listen to me, right? Can you
Oh
just
my God.
ring? I need to try and sort this out, getting out of phone. Ring it, guys, now.
Yeah,
Jamie,
great.
it's so
Everybody
angry.
can.
I've got someone
Oh, well done, yeah. You made me say it, didn't you? Because you're just not listening.
No, yeah,
I'm
you're doing my
trying to
colleague.
give a statement for the crazy guys.
Can you describe anybody else?
I think there was another guy that was wearing grey. I can refer back to his body cam footage.
Right, someone wearing grey.
And then what did you do? These kind of
Are they all male?
Yeah, they're all male.
Onto me for a little while.
All work at the
Squeezing
slaughterhouse.
quite tight. It was too tight.
yeah.
But enough
That's one of
to
them.
prevent you from moving and having a bit of trouble breathing as well.
Right. So there's 3 so far.
Yeah, there was 4 altogether.
You can't describe the 4.
No, he was a bit sketchy. I suppose that he broke away from the other 3 pretty quickly.
Can you describe-
Thankfully, calling you guys?
Initially, what happened from when you got here
Yeah.
to the actual event occurring?
Okay, so he parked up, walked across the field,
Yeah.
stepped over a foot high fence.
Which field did you
Not words, exchange.
The one behind the Pure Gym.
behind Pure Gym?
Slaughterhouse. Well, it weren't Pure Gym, it's another gym thing.
Behind the gym.
I think Amazon Gym or something.
Right.
Walked
You got
across,
to the fence, walked across there, yeah?
walked across the field, stepped over foot high fence. Foot high fence. We were still in like this grassy, thorny, stinging out track.
He stepped back.
Stepped onto a concrete. Then these 3 guys just came.
Can you actually get over the fence?
Yeah, it was only a foot high, so we just stepped over
How
it.
far is the concrete from the fence?
Probably about 5-10 metres. It's hard to tell. Could you inform those officers to go to the slaughterhouse to try and get these people? That's
Huh?
the officers that turned up, if you could direct them to the slaughterhouse where these workers are.
From fence.
Yeah, I'll just try to protect my friend's property.
It's on here as well, because he told me it's on camera.
So,
I've recorded that.
what
whole
happened
incident.
after that?
So they started chasing my friend. They grabbed her.
Losing a bit. I can't see particularly well. So, you got over the fence onto the hard standing, which is about 5 to 10 metres from the fence.
Yeah.
Then after that,
We turned the corner.
They stole it.
a couple, well, I think all three of them just started charging at us. They grabbed one of my friends. Can't
Hang on,
remember
slow
who.
down. You're dealing with dyslexic.
We didn't even get a chance to get the drone up.
So they started charging at you.
Yeah, they started charging at one of them grabbed my friend's arm. Then we were like, who the hell are you? What the fuck are you doing? Like, because they were assaulting my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So grab the friend's arm.
Yeah, grabbed friend's arm. They asked us what we were doing here, and we were like, what are you doing here? And they said we were just checking the place out, walking around. I assume they were auditing like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then they started walking back in after a little conversation, like,
What was the conversation?
I don't know, it was like, oh, thank fuck, we thought you were like going to attack us or something.
Right.
And they were saying, oh, we thought like you guys worked here, which I thought was weird because considering they like ran at us on the attack and we were defensive, i.e. running away. Who stayed on the property because no one asked us to leave. They did say they were there on behalf of the owners. They were saying they were just there looking around.
Right.
So about 2 minutes later, we asked like, what do we make of these people? They're a bit sketch. So we left the way we came, stepped over the fence, started walking across the field, saw that they were...
Slow down.
Yeah, sorry.
So you left the way you came, yeah?
Left the way we came. They started following us.
This is the three people.
Well, I think all four of them were.
3 to 4.
Yeah. So we were walking across the field, went back onto the public footpath. Then they started running, so we started running because one of them had a massive light that you could easily bash the shit out of us.
Whee. Can't spell today, I really can't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you started running, they started running?
Yeah, they started running.
Did you start running first or them?
They did because I think they thought we were like going to hang around or something and realised that we were actually leaving completely, and they started trying to play catch up.
Right.
By that time, my friend had fallen behind because he's a bit older and he's not as physically fit. I got back to the vehicle, started it, pulled out onto the road safely. Obviously, there's no headlights coming, no people. We could see flashlights coming down the lane.
Be my colleague.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, this was them with
right.
flashlights. They were hunting us down with flashlights.
Yeah.
Then I assume they got my friend at that point when I was back at the car. I started to drive, got down the road, realised my friend wasn't there.
Wait, slow down.
Sorry.
So you start to drive away or towards?
Away, like as the car is now. I pulled out, I was next to that house there, pulled out, come down here, realised my friend wasn't in there, the guys with torches were all around my car at this point. I couldn't leave my friend, they already had him in the headlock, I believe.
And was that in the road here?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit further down the road. I feared for my friend's life, so...
Hang on.
Yeah.
So you pulled towards the farm from there?
Yeah, so just around here.
Yeah.
It's only like 10-15 metres, it's literally there.
And what did you see when you pulled forward?
Just a load of flashlights. Obviously my friend wasn't in the car, these people were running towards my car with lights. I'm not sure if they hit my car with a torch or like a rock or something, or just kicked the shit out of it, but I was making loud bumping noises. They started opening all the doors, tried to rip my friend out.
You're not sure the car was struck?
I'm not sure what it was struck with, like they were definitely kicking
The
it.
group opened the door.
Yeah. At that point I jumped out of the car to see if I could locate my friend.
What about the young lady here? Was she in the car with you or somewhere else?
She was sat next to me in the car.
So she was in the car.
Yeah. so glad they phoned you guys because I didn't
So
get a chance.
she was in the car. You got out of the car.
Got out of the car to see if I could see my friend because I didn't know if they were kicking the shit out of him on the floor or what they were doing to him. Flashlights everywhere. They were aiming the torch in my eyes. I pleaded with them to let my friend go because I saw they had him in a headlock, which is all on camera. The burly guy, and there was another guy actually. So there's two of them kept like pushing me, like saying I'm keeping you at a distance while they were literally choking my friend out, blinding me with their torches. Because I was out of the car at this point, I believe they stole my friend's phone and they took my car keys. So I was left in the middle of the road.
They stole your friend's phone or
They stole my,
her phone? Did she get out of the car?
I can't remember. I was just focusing on how they were treating my friend. I couldn't really see much after they started blinding me with their big heavy flashlight.
After they took the phone, what happened after that?
I was just asking them, let my friend go, we're not going anywhere. Where are the police? Where are the police? Then there was a car coming down the road, so I flagged them down. Explained the situation to them, asked them if they could wait with us until you guys arrived.
So you flagged down the car, asked them to wait?
Yeah, they still had my friend in a headlock.
What happened with your friend after you flagged down the car?
They still had him in a headlock.
Yeah.
I was worried that they were gonna like choke him out or something. So I started shouting, "Let go of him! We're not gonna go anywhere, are we?"
When did they eventually let him go?
I don't know, probably about 10 minutes after. Like they were quite hands-on, kept like pushing me back. I was really concerned about my friend. Like there's no reason to have him restrained. We explained that we only entered their property for auditing purposes. We explained to them if someone asked us to leave or didn't want us on there, we'd leave immediately. We completely understand what aggravated trespass is.
Yeah.
We just went there to order the building because it being a slaughterhouse, we were concerned about welfare issues, like cleanliness issues.
The animal rights activist, and you're just concerned about the farm.
Like the way they reacted, like you'd think that we'd like broke in through a window or something, not stepped foot on like the back of their property, just over a 1 foot fence.
Yeah.
Like these are people that literally kill for a living, you know, they're depraved individuals. Of course they're going to be violent.
So do you see it as aggravated trespass, or have you just trespassed?
Just civil trespass.
Just civil trespass.
Yeah, we weren't obstructing any business. We didn't break and enter. We stepped over a 1 foot fence. That was how the most difficult thing of entering the property. We didn't touch anything.
Were you intending to touch anything, or just?
We were just going to walk around. You know, they got like loads of crates and stuff outside. We were just interested if, you know, they're following hygiene rules and stuff. Do you watch any auditors on YouTube? Are you aware?
I see some of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're aware of us.
I try not to. I try not to watch them.
Yeah.
Right.
As I said, I've recorded this whole thing, so I can even make a copy of it and drop it to any station you like tomorrow morning.
I'm now going to ask him.
Yeah.
You want to give me details?
Yep.
Yeah. Go.
Jamie Carter.
Jamie. So JMIE
I.E.
Carter.
Yeah. CARTER.
TER. Yeah.
Yep. That's the one.
What's your date of birth, Jamie?
My name Carter.
That's your card, is it?
Jamie.
Yeah, that's mine.
And the date of birth is. Is that birth? Sorry. Yes, yes.
I will be able to do that.
Do you live local, Jamie?
Yeah, I live in Norwich.
Live in Norwich.
Sorry, did you write W? It looked like a weird.
I probably didn't write W.
Y. Yeah,
This is the wonderful world of dyslexia.
that's fine. Do you need a light?
No, I'm doing it off there.
Okay.
You got a mobile number, Jamie?
Yeah, 07.
Good.
Yeah.
So I've got that side of it.
Okay.
Are you looking to...
Press charges, I'd like to, because I've been persecuted for far less. And these guys have just assaulted my friends, shit out of us for a civil offence, and they've committed criminal offences. Yeah.
They had absolutely no fucking
Nothing
reason to
aggravated
follow us out
about
that
it.
field. We're going to go and go.
Would you consider the attack was on yourself or mainly on your friend?
Mainly on my friend, so I was really considering defending my friend because I was really concerned about his safety, but then I thought they're going to bat the shit out of me.
So you want to press charges on his behalf?
And my behalf, because
Yep.
they attacked my vehicle.
They attacked it.
I'll go over it properly and see if there is any fresh damage. You know, I feel I was assaulted because I was threatened. Like they stepped towards me, blinding me with their really strong, heavy flashlight. You know, any second they could just fucking whack me around the face with it. I was pretty scared. Felt harassed, alarmed and distressed by the whole situation. I'm just glad they phoned the police because I didn't have a chance. I mean, these are violent people, like, literally murder animals all week. And they're human abusers as well. Don't understand human rights, obviously.
I've got your side of it, Jamie. I've got your details.
I'm just really disappointed how no one actually like detained them, because at first, like, you know, you want to approach the person that made the claim. Why were you guys called out?
We were called out.
I'm glad you are
We
here.
were called out for someone breaking in.
Yeah, it's all on video. As I said, I was recording the whole time. The biggest thing about getting onto that property is step over a 1 foot high fence.
Was there any signage to say?
No. I can even show you the route that we took.
Let's just wait for my colleague.
Yeah. Well, honestly, if we left anyway, like without even being told, they were trying to entrap us by saying like, oh, we're here to do the same as you guys, just look around, audit.
Would you be happy for someone to call you or visit you for a statement, a proper statement, not one which is scribbled in my book?
I'd like to go to a police station if possible. Attend a police station.
Because what they can do...
I'll present the full video.
What they can potentially do is get you to go to a station and have an interview.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, like the whole event has been documented,
Yeah.
so... Just really disappointed that these guys, like, no one's got eyes on these people. They've turned my friend's phone off now that they've stolen. Yep. I thought they were going to kill him. I couldn't even see when I was driving. For all I knew, they were beating the shit out of him.
I just saw you on
So if you think you've got broken ribs, I genuinely believe that you should be seen by somebody. Would you like me to get you some sort of medical assistance? I mean, police?
Yeah.
No, well, I've had broken ribs before. I'll
Has someone gone to the slaughterhouse? Sorry.
There's poppers in there.
Good.
But the thing is, they're like, oh yeah, we'll ring your phone. I'm like, it's off. Like, yeah, don't worry, we'll ring your phone. It's off.
I'm going to check my car over
Like,
properly.
They're going to have hidden it. They're not just going to have it there in the fucking pocket, are they? They're going to have hidden it.
Oh fuck.
What? They smashed your car?
I think they tried.
Jesus.
Officer, I
They've marked
think I found the criminal damage.
Oh yeah, his fingerprint, don't rub
Oh,
it.
sorry.
You got fingerprints on here where they smashed the car.
No, I think that's with the torch, wasn't it? That was a bang
it?
bang.
Actually, yeah, you're right. That is actual marks.
Okay, stop touching
They've damaged they've damaged the car. There's marks on the window. Take pictures of it because these fucking.
But you can see where they were hitting the window. I thought they were going to do the window in. That's probably from his big torch. He had a big metal steel torch.
Okay.
Sorry, I did just give it a... No, that's bird shit.
No, but on all these little dents, what are they? Raindrops?
I don't...
Does that rub off, or is it scratched?
Oh no, that's rough. That's scratched.
And that's new damage, is it?
Yeah, I've never noticed it before. Like, I heard some really loud bangs, and I just jumped out of the car because I thought I'd beaten the shit out of my friend. There's so much going on, like torches in my eyes.
Oh my god, they've not taken a drone, have they?
I bet not. No.
So can you just shine a light? Because he did come back again to the car with the keys. So I was just thinking, what if he thought better right and chucked the phone back in the car?
I don't know, like it went off, was it at first?
No, I had it on, so he said, no,
Yeah,
he's turned, they have
yeah.
got it because they switched it off.
God.
It was on, wasn't it? Did you see it on?
I don't know. Can't keep track of phone. But I was literally recording the whole thing, so he said about doing...
You might have got the one that took
Might
it.
have. He said do a proper interview at a police station tomorrow, which I'm happy with. I'll go there, I'll provide a whole copy on a USB stick of the footage, start to finish. Them guys assaulting him, the bangs on my car, you should be able to hear that.
Yeah. So what? Lima 2 and Bravo. Sorry,
What took you guys so long? What took you guys so long?
I was a little bit of a way off.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with his attitude. Very obstructive.
We have to do everything in a certain order.
I know, but you need to preserve like evidence, surely. Like he was trying to ask me to recite the PACE Act, and that's his job. I was just explaining that they've stolen my friend's phone, they've attacked us, these allegations. I said that I've recorded the whole thing. I was hoping that you guys would obtain them rather than let them go away, get changed, come up with a story altogether.
Well, we've got colleagues in there at the minute.
Okay. I definitely want to press charges. They're violent criminals. Awful people. That's how they treat people. I dread to think how they treat those poor chickens in there. They must hate them. That's the only way you can kill someone all day.
I want to see him take the car. I know exactly which one it was.
I know. So if it was the other way around, I know that we'd all be in the cells right now.
Oh, absolutely damn right, you know it.
The rest first, then come up with
They
charges.
could just come
and
down
I've got
here,
the charges and
attack everyone, steal my phone, steal your car keys,
Yeah.
and then just fuck off back in. Like nothing's happened. So alright. We'll privately prosecute. If not, I'll privately prosecute that fucking whatever that slaughterhouse is.
Imagine how they treat those animals.
Exactly, yeah, and they're that violent.
Treating
Any
humans for
excuse
that.
to be violent.
No, fair enough if we like bulldoze down a massive gate or something, but stepping over a 1 foot high fence. Are you okay, mate? I haven't actually had a chance to actually ask you. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I'm sorry.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Have you got any painkillers?
Not on me.
Do you want to go to
Actually, I think I've got some paracetamol. Can I get paracetamol in the car? Have you got my torch, Gem? I need to see if there's paracetamol in the car. Oh, you're in luck, Duncan boy. Some paracetamol. No.
You got all them numbers on the account?
I'll get it now. Well, once Jim gives me my phone back.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if...
I had a shave since the last time, if that's what you're looking at.
Come to my location.
Sorry?
If you're looking at my last mugshot.
No.
Sorry, could I just go around and get all your badge numbers just so like it's all in one place?
Like, yeah.
7937, and what was your name again, officer?
Yeah, it's on body 131 right, but it's Special Constable Smith from Thetford.
Thank you. Could I just have your name, number and station?
Just going, yes, 963, McCardle. Okay.
Great job, thank you. Hi there, could I just get your collar number, name and station?
2578 PC Horsewell, Wyndham.
That's great, thank you. Excuse me, could I have the same, please?
2585 PC Tip Lady at Wyndham Station.
Awesome, thank you. And just yours again, officer, please.
7135 Special Sergeant Kirk.
That's great, thank you very much. You chatting shit about me, officer?
No.
Sounds like he's chatting shit about me, officer.
No.
Asking him to quote the law.
What, you're not allowed to ask him to break the law?
No, he asked me like to explain the pace thing. Why you should arrest the people that stole your phone and just attacked us all on video.
For a prompt and effective investigation.
That's one of them. The second one there.
Oh my god.
Preserve evidence.
Which is a stolen
Secure
phone.
evidence. To search
The clothes that they're wearing.
Get rid of what they've stolen.
Yeah.
If I took somebody in on the basis of that, we'd have counter allegations as well. So we have to investigate the whole thing. And then what we do is then we arrest people based on the evidence.
Is that how it works? I don't think it normally works like that,
Yeah,
does
it's
it?
called evidence-based policing.
Yeah. Well, I wish you
Make the
guys.
rules up as we go along.
Yeah, I wish you
It's
guys
called
showed that.
evidence-based policing.
Okay.
If we went around arresting everybody because someone made an allegation, there'd be nobody left on the streets because everyone could make an allegation about anything.
I know, but
That's true.
normally you get them at 5 in the morning when they drag you out your kitchen window for calling someone a chicken fiddler. So that's a public order offence, a playground offence.
I didn't even think.
Mm.
I didn't think that. Someone else would.
No, there's violent criminals like somewhere down the road that just attacked members of the public.
We've already got 7 of them standing around there.
One back. Thanks, everyone.
I don't think I got your badge number.
Don't you? No, 147, mate.
Maguire.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, I
Mr.
see.
Carter,
Oh,
isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Hello, Jamie, how are you?
Well, I've been better, you know. It'd be nice not to get assaulted and chased down, criminal damage on my car.
Okay.
Have you got all their body?
Yeah, this is Maguire that dealt with the Watton. My unlawful arrest in Watton. I haven't got
Really?
like.
The one that tackled you to the ground?
No. Look back on the video of it. You had to assist other 3 officers like to finally get those cuffs on.
Well, you know, I'm not going to make comment on that because
No.
it's obviously a live case. It wouldn't be very fair, would it?
No, it
so
wouldn't.
Don't
I'm
forget
not
they're
allowed
just doing their jobs.
Yeah, I know.
Like the Nazis were.
Mm.
to. Excuse me?
What?
I'm-
Well, I just said you're just doing your job, aren't you?
Yeah, but not like the Nazis were, as you just said.
Well, that's what they were doing, wasn't it? Just doing their job.
I take particular offence to that.
I take offence of being in the road for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Being detained
That's
for
going to
6
end in
hours.
a nice payout for you,
It will.
isn't it?
Buy me another drone, maybe.
In fact, yeah, they paid for that drone.
Yeah, that was PC McAvoy when they unlawfully arrested me.
Right, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, officer. At least I got more YouTube content.
Yeah. Yeah, great video, isn't it? Matt on friggin' maniac.
Wonder if they're going to try swing it around.
What's on?
I know, yeah. I've literally got
Beauty of body-worn cameras.
all the evidence that I'm going to drop in
about.
tomorrow to the police station. Show these violent criminals that they let just walk off back into the slaughterhouse.
Just the old strong beat.
Right?
Which one way is showing
You're looking at it, I'm putting it down the ground over there, so.
It is quite glaring, officer.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a wide beam on it, but I have to see I've done it.
Be interesting to know what they're doing.
Interested to know what?
Why you're doing that.
Doing what?
Showing right down there.
On the road.
So I can visually see what's going on.
Hmm.
That keep me safe. Part of my
They've
training.
got massive great headlights.
Yeah, which is
When
blinding
you
me,
visually
so
see,
I
isn't
need
it?
to
It's
sit
better
in
than
front of
audio.
me, between here and that
Audio.
car.
Need to eat some more carrots, officer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
Think about it. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that.
Do we have a number for the phone that's been lost?
Oh, dear. The number, you've got the number.
Yeah, officer.
Are one of you guys happy to keep continuously ringing it?
whilst we walk back and see if we can...
It's been turned off.
Switched
Have
off.
you
It's
guys
switched
got
off.
an iPhone?
I haven't.
None of these has, but
No.
Because if you had an
Android.
iPhone, you could have activated it remotely and it would sit there
But it's
chirping.
been turned off, has it?
Yeah.
must be on, yeah.
Yeah,
We could
because
activate it if it was off if you had an iPhone, but fortunately we haven't.
okay. Yeah, there was only 2 officers here at the time. They're too busy sitting with victims who got assaulted rather than detaining
Have
or
you
inquiring about
ascertained their details of the staff that are in there?
No.
We're now going to wander back and have a chat with them again.
But you didn't get the details the first time round, did you?
Well, yeah, it's all been recorded tonight anyway.
Every second of
I'll give that all the evidence, a whole interaction with those thugs, those violent people that attacked us.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good, that
to
can
go
help
all
the
over
cause.
the-
Oh, I hope so. I will be pressing charges.
So are you happy to submit that to us so we can...
Yeah, I said I'm going to come into a police station tomorrow.
We're happy, totally unedited from the word
Yeah,
go,
that's fine.
because I noticed a lot of the stuff that you've already put online is
On
edited.
YouTube. Well, well, nobody
nothing that goes
nobody
on.
wants to watch 50-minute video of like a whole situation because you don't get viewers like that. So you just pick out the bits, you know, when like you're holding onto a bonnet of a car that's just drove you 200 metres and
Okay, well if you want to submit that then obviously that'll
yeah.
help.
Damn right, it's all the evidence there. Everything that we've
They didn't
stated.
realise you had a body worn on, did they?
No.
Yes,
Fucking
it did. Yeah,
idiots.
he told me when I arrived.
Oh,
So
he
I told
did
him.
he?
Yeah, when I told him
So
I
if-
had mine on.
So
yeah.
that's what they... No, I'm
No.
saying that they didn't know that he
Yeah.
had a camera on.
Well,
They were
what-
dragging everyone out of
Yeah.
the car.
No, they
As
knew that
talked
then.
earlier, you're happy to have an interview.
Yeah, I'd like to, and it would give me an opportunity to present the evidence unedited. I will hand
You're
it
coming for a
over on the
voluntary
USBs.
interview any time.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Now I've got
Got
your
my details.
details and you've got the cameras.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
provide all the
contact you
evidence
when
What's
you
going on
unedited.
about my phone? 'Cause we need to be going now.
That's
Like,
the
what?
next step.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know.
All wearing a
There's already some other officers in there, so they go back into liaison.
But nothing said about my phone. They're all about, are they denying they've got it?
I don't know, because I'm not there. am I?
Probably deny
Yeah, you've
everything
got
that's
radio,
not on
haven't you?
video.
But they haven't told, they haven't contacted me.
What did
Nothing's
the,
been...
what did the 2 officers say when they came back out?
I don't know, I've got so much noise in my
No, they've just been
left ear,
searching the
I
fields
wouldn't be able to
for
tell
the
you.
phone, I believe, so.
Right. Oh, I think.
There's
Right.
there's another officer or some, a couple of other officers in there, I believe.
Then they're talking to the guys, trying to
As far as
find
I'm
the
aware.
guys. Yeah.
The original call was because we were breaking in, apparently.
Breaking in.
Stepping over a 1-foot-high fence is considered
Well,
breaking
they're not
in
the
these days.
brightest people, are they? They don't really understand.
No, all they do is stab animals in the throat all day, you know, not the most intelligent beings. Must be really violent as well. You must really hate those animals to do that. There's no other way. Just get completely disconnected, throw them in a gas chamber, lead them out, cut them up, serve them to Sainsbury's.
Enjoy it. Do it for fun.
You get paid for it as well.
Yeah, natural propensity for violence. That one looks like
A little bit about his school.
what's his name? Swinburne. Are you Swinburne? Sorry? Are you Swinburne? Are you? Are you Swinburne?
No.
You look a lot like him. I don't know if you know him. But you look like... Yeah.
Please, will get out of the car and run.
Mm. But they tried to find something to get people. And they were looking at their phone, they were looking at the police.
Well, they need to go.
Robin, eh? I don't even trust his account, what he's about to tell his colleague.
Okay, then. there any need for us to continue waiting? We've got our details. And
Find your phone.
We're not going to get our phone. I'm not getting that phone back. They switched it off. They could have hidden it anywhere. Absolutely anywhere.
Let's just wait for the boxes over here.
Make sure you take pictures of your injuries as well.
Mm.
Because especially you can cover bruises.
They shouldn't.
They didn't do a lot to me. They just dragged me around. They didn't do a lot to me.
They just kept pushing me back. I might have a couple of bruises on my
Guys,
chest.
hello, my name's Peter. First things first, I've been told someone might be injured. Is anybody injured?
He might have cracked or broken ribs.
Sorry, my name's Peter. What's your name?
Alex.
Alex, okay. Alex, how are you feeling at the moment? I know you said you've got injuries. What are the injuries?
It's ribs. It's either broken or bruised or cracked.
Are you okay if I have a look?
No.
No, okay. Only because I'm always going to ask, just purely because my main concern is just to make sure you're alright.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do anything broken.
Okay. No, but at least I can kind of get an indication and see where we can go from there. In relation to medical help, if you're saying you've got broken ribs, a lot of the times you'd be struggling to breathe and stuff like that. So what I want to do is make sure you're okay.
I'm saying I've probably got broken ribs or cracked or bruised.
Have you ever broken
You've
them
had them
before?
before, so
I was
you
going to
know.
say, have you ever broken them before?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
I know what it feels like in this.
So you said you got injuries, either of you two got injuries? So you're okay?
I'm not sure. I was getting pushed back a lot because I was trying to get them to release my friend, but they wouldn't let me near him, blinding me and pushing me back with force.
Okay. Have you got any visible injuries, anything like that?
I think I'll be alright, to be honest.
Yeah? Okay. If that changes, please let me know. Alright?
Yeah.
I'm just very concerned that you're saying you've got potentially broken or fractured or you've cracked ribs. I would suggest we get some medical assistance for that. Because if you are injured, that is my main concern for the time being, alright?
Well,
if we get an ambulance here to come check you out...
I'll take him down to A&E if needs be.
They can't really do a lot. They just say painful. There's nothing they can actually...
I'm not a medical
But it might be good just to have a scan so they can prove that yes, they have fractured your ribs.
Because they had you with force.
Yeah, but the amount of ribs I've got cracked, wouldn't be able to tell which one.
Yeah, but still,
I'd like to
they
think
won't
we'll be able to tell if there's a new one potentially.
Yeah, they will.
Some element of healing.
It would be
They'll be
worth
able to
it.
help and
That was violent how they had you.
Right. Sorry, I didn't get Peter. Gemma.
Jamie.
Jamie, hello. Are you alright if I call you by your first names? Is that right?
Yeah, sure.
That's good. Okay. Guys, I've had a chat what's going on here. We've just got someone down there getting the other side so we know what's going on. Just bear with me because obviously, as you've seen, everything just turned up. Right.
How many people have you located? Sorry, because there was 4 of them.
I don't know. I honestly don't know that at the moment. I've only just got here and the signal's awful on the way up here. Okay. Guys, just for obviously carefulness, I know that we've seen a couple of cars. Can we just get to about here, just purely for it? And yourself, man, I know you've got a high vis on, but just be careful.
We've given our accounts.
Yeah.
We've all agreed to come in for voluntary interviews.
I'm going to provide my body worn
arrest
evidence
charges.
tomorrow.
He's going to get the body worn camera dropped off at Wyndham Pick or wherever with the best to send it. Can we not just go? We're tired and we just want to go. You've got all our details. There's no point us hanging around.
I don't think you're going to get your phone back.
What I don't know is I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Let me verify from the other side that there's nothing that I need to be aware of. And then if there's no reason for you to be here, then we obviously won't keep you here for no reason. But
so are we being detained at the moment?
I'm not saying anyone's detained because I don't know what's going on fully, do I? I'm just here to speak to you.
Right, so we are free to leave then if we're not detained?
Unless these guys have got other information, I don't know. But at the
moment... Either we're detained or we're not.
I've just said to you that you're not detained, so I'm not detaining you.
Okay, thank you. We will go then in that case. You've got our
Am I right in saying there were some keys missing?
No, they stole those.
Yeah,
they bought them
basically
back
they started attacking us. Like they tried to break through my window. There's like chips out of it. I was driving down the road. They started pulling us out of the car. They were attacking my friend.
Alex wasn't quite in the car. So we were all in. Duncan was trying to get in the car. Alex was trying to get in the car, and they pulled him out. So we obviously then had to stop, and that's when they opened your door, dragged him out, then tried to drag me out, and they took the keys as well because we were trying to get back in the car. And they just took the keys out. I don't know if they chucked them or what. But then obviously the car was literally blocking the road.
Yeah, I had my hazard sign.
So which car? Sorry, I'll bear my mind into this later.
Jamie's car was blocking the road.
They stole my keys. He was still in a headlock for about 10-15 minutes.
One of their friends wanted to get past, and they're like, well, we can't drive through the fucking car, so you're going to have to give the keys back. So they did. They then put the keys back on the driver's seat so that he could move the car. But I'm assuming they originally took the keys.
Yeah, I didn't know where they were. They weren't in the ignition.
Okay. Just bear with me, obviously my information was a bit vague, because I'm coming into it, as you've already just seen. Let me verify and see what's going on side, and then, we'll go from there, because I don't want to give you wrong information.
Okay, well, we are going to, if we're not detained, we are going to go, so you've got our details.
Just bear with, just to confirm.
You need to either tell us if you're detaining us, and if so, under which section. Well, then
we'll wait 2 minutes, but if they come...
Do you want to get it?
I'm not getting that phone back. Put yourselves in their position, right? They're not going to be like, we've got this phone from someone we hate because they care about us stabbing animals to death. They've got the phone, they've got a whole fucking... They can get rid of it anywhere. Why would they be like, oh yeah, here you go, here's your phone back? Why would they do that?
They literally just assaulted, criminal damage, theft.
They just out of the field and attacked us for no reason. When we were already going, the second we saw them. We don't need the directives, thank you. We're adults, we're road trained. Quite street savvy, quite astute.
When will I hear about this voluntary interview? Because
we can get one of the local officers to you, and you can go to them.
Yeah, I'd rather just go to the station. I know where Wyndham Pick is.
We've got to pass it all over because obviously it's got to be picked up in the morning.
But I'll be available most of the day.
We've got your details.
Yeah.
They'll get put onto the CAD, and then it can be passed over.
Okay. How long should I give it, just in case, if I don't hear anything, how long should I give it before?
Sunday's always a tricky day, maybe Monday.
Okay.
Just make sure you secure it.
Yep.
As soon as you get that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Does the camera cover what happened to yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from start to finish, from the time we broke into the place. No, sorry.
We've got all of it. Don't you worry about that.
Apparently they made the first call, said that we broke into their property. The most breaking in we done was step over a foot-high fence.
That's not breaking in anything. It's civil trespass.
No one asked us to leave. They charged at us originally. Then they started saying that they were there to look around and audit as well. And we didn't like who they were. We sensed these people were wrong.
We knew they weren't there auditing.
So
we knew they weren't there.
We left their property. They started chasing us down the field. Chased us all the way down here. I got in the car. They got my friend. My car got to about here. Stuck the hazards on. I jumped out. Well, they were pulling me out anyway. They opened all the car doors, and I just wanted to locate my friend. And I had him in a headlock, and they were being really aggressive with him. I was getting blinded by their big heavy light. I think that's what they used to try to break my window.
So I wasn't familiar with what it is.
Yeah, no.
It's always the way every time people stagger on this thing. It's a bit.
Well, I flagged down all the vehicles because I was fearing for my safety, and definitely my friend. They had him restrained for 10-15 minutes for no reason. We weren't going anywhere. But again, the whole thing's on camera. Provided tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely keep that.
Yeah, 100%.
Speak a million words.
But they were saying we have the right to detain you, and I believe civil trespass is a civil matter, and we weren't breaking the law.
Yeah, they had no right to do that because we had.
That was assault.
Yeah, that is assault. Of course it is.
I thought they were going to put my car window through.
In fact, if they have broken your ribs, then it's more than just assault, isn't it?
Is that GBH or ABH?
Surely.
Definitely more than assault by beating.
Yeah.
Yeah, violent people. Awful people.
We're not being detained, we're just going, we've got our details, we're going to drop this stuff off.
I was just hoping, I just want to know that they've located 4 people that done, what they've done to us. They just haven't.
On camera, we've got all.
I know, but they were all wearing stuff the whole time.
Would that be any of it filmed in the light? That's the only thing. How well does that film in the dark?
Well, it was fine there.
Okay.
Yeah, then I turned infrared on when I was on the road.
Okay.
So we'll have them, but they're all ballied up anyway.
Yeah, well, I recognise all of them, especially when he nicked my phone. And I knew he nicked it because I said to the other one, turn your fucking pockets out, and he did. And then the one who took it, I said, no, you turn your pockets out.
What one was it? Was it the big bulky one or the guy with the snood and grey hoodie?
Yeah, snood and the...
Yeah, he was really
he was
aggressive
horrible.
towards me. Yeah, he kept pushing me back
he was
when I
the
was
really aggressive
help
one,
him.
and he was the one who wouldn't turn his pockets out because he had my fucking phone here.
Right.
That was the Eastern European one.
Which one was the Eastern European one? Okay, was he the big one with dark hair? He's wearing green. And did the farmer, the one that was wearing the green wellies, he didn't come out, did he?
I think he did, because he was saying to let him go. Because he knew that he was breaking the law.
He was calmer, wasn't he? He was the one who was trying to... Yeah. And I said to him, get these under control.
I don't know if he's like the head honcho or something, but they're violent,
I think he's
evil
a
people.
farmer, and I think the trailer's on there. They've got all cameras up there actually as well, up in the all outside the parameter of the slaughterhouse, so that'll prove everything.
Yep.
I think most of the time I've been through in the dark. I didn't even know it was a slaughter.
Well, there's, believe it or not, there's a gym next to it. It's called Amazon Gym, and right next to it, then next to it's a chicken slaughterhouse where they put chickens into gas chambers at 6 weeks old, package them up for Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Lidl's, God knows who else.
Shall we just go? The only thing we're waiting for is my phone, and it's not coming.
Yeah, if they want to pull us over on the way home for some made-up charge, but
they've got all your details, like,
yeah, like
numbers and everything.
Yeah, they've got everything.
I want to provide this evidence tomorrow because, you know, these people are violent thugs, and I'm not letting this
do you
go.
know how they treat those poor animals when they're that, and you can see how much they enjoy it as well. They're like ravenous just to hit you, and like, you think what they do
He was
to those
saying,
poor animals.
he was looking me in the eye, he was like, go on, try it, as I was pleading him to let my friend go. Sickos. Yeah, once you've had that cigarette, if there's no updates, I've got our details, I'll go to the station tomorrow.
What was the reason with the phone? Did they think that she was recording something? Is that maybe why?
I think they just took it so we'd stay here, but I mean, I weren't going to leave my friend that was in a chokehold anyway.
Yeah, I didn't know if maybe you tried to record something in the thing and then they thought, oh, we're
I
going to delete
know.
that or something.
Yeah, like as I said, it's all caught on body cam anyway, so
They were just trying to steal that, wouldn't they?
yeah.
Get back on your seat.
Yeah, I mean, they were in the ignition. I just put my hazards on. They had my friend, so I jumped out. No. Yeah, I was parked there originally. They chased. So basically, I was parked there. I got in the car because all the flashlights like going through the trees. They need to be searched. Surely that's enough.
Get in the car here.
Well, they had it.
Get in the car here.
Yeah, we got in the car here, but we would have lost it where we got out. Well, where we were pulled out.
Do you feel like it might have fallen out when you were running? Or?
No, because I had it in the car.
Do you physically see someone with the phone?
I saw him reach into where it was on the floor or on the seat.
Right.
And when he got out. When he took the keys. I think we should just go down my leg.
Don't think we're going to get any more information until tomorrow. Got all our details. Fuck's sake. Well, you'll have to.
Not if they've hidden it.
You'll have to
That'd be pretty stupid.
civilly prosecute.
Whose phone's she got?
Mine.
Yours.
It's quite shook. I was just.
My backy pouch, that is.
Oh, 10, 12.
It's 11:30. There's this car that's pulled up. Don't think you'll find it if you ain't found it now. Come back in the daylight. Some car coming. Maybe.
Should we just go then? What?
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Sergeant's coming out to have a chat with you in 2 seconds.
Okay, well.
I think he's had a long conversation with the guys in there, so they'll be able to update you in a little while. Is that alright?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
It's a little while. Wait 5 minutes and then I want to go. I'm tired.
Yeah, with us. I'll see if I can go into the email.
I always thought when you're suspected of assault, you get arrested. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird,
Or if
isn't
it was the other way round.
Maybe right down.
I'm about to go for a pee on Thursday.
As long as they got all their details, because I hope they get arrested tomorrow when I provide their evidence.
Oh, they won't be able to do a voluntary interview and a postal requisition of that. MFA. Every time, MFA. We should make a compilation video of all the stupid things we've been arrested for versus all the things they've gotten away with.
Yeah.
What was it? Chicken fiddler. Did you enjoy your lasagna? Right, I'm going to go for a local one.
I noticed the slaughterhouse workers didn't flag down passers-by because they didn't fear in danger.
Filmed everything.
Yeah. I was the one flagging down saying, can you please stop and wait until the police get here because I'm fearing for my friend's life who they had in a chokehold. Every time I approach them, blinding me with their lights, pushing me back.
Okay. Again, Jamie, I'm not going to discuss it at the moment. And if you've recorded it all, it's all demonstrated on there, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Out of interest, how do you get footage off of there? Is it on an SD card or USB? Micro SD card. So it's fairly readily accessible.
Yeah, just pop it out, plug it in.
Because obviously we are going to do that.
Yeah.
So
I hope you do.
Have I ever not done what I said I'd do? So
yeah.
Like I said, I've always done my best to be impartial in these incidents. I appreciate we have different views about stuff, but I've always been respectful of your guys' views and opinions.
Yeah.
And I know.
But it's just like how it's been handled tonight, how we're being arrested for this alleged offence, and with...
But you know from dealing with a variety of different offences, different people... We've been at the cattle market before when people have driven cars and stuff at people and they're saying that they felt in fear and safety, but we've arrested the drivers because of what's happened. Okay, like we often when we deal with incidents, we've arrested different people and then found out different things are true or vice versa. And there's been other times when we've not arrested people and found out they've arrested people that commit offences. When we investigate anything, okay, if we're arresting people, arresting both for safeguarding and an investigative tool, isn't it?
Oh, I just wish you acted the same on these violent thugs that attacked us.
On various other occasions in the past, have we arrested people that you guys have made allegations about as well? I've dealt with incidents where there's been allegations that Gemma's made about housemates and vice versa. We've dealt with a lot of different incidents involving, I've always taken the appropriate
depends
course of action.
It depends what officer, like, do you know PC Brackens?
I don't, yeah.
No. Well,
I might do, but not from surname.
Well, at the market, you know where we stand to do the protest, like just near the B&Q junction bit. Driver just drove straight into us, so I didn't go under the car. I jumped on the bonnet, he drove me all the way into the livestock market, jumped out of the car, said, fuck off, go fuck your mother's cunt. Like, I thought he was going to drive me into the fence. 30 minutes later, NFA'd.
You know what's going on here. You know damn well that we've been attacked. You should speak
Sorry,
up.
I'm not going to jump in.
If there is any integrity in you,
Gemma,
we can show you the body. Show them the fucking camera right now.
I've just explained to Jamie that we're going to be downloading the footage and it will be investigated.
We don't need to be arrested. This is not how it goes when it's the farmers, is it?
Yes,
when
it does.
It's all voluntary.
I've absolutely arrested farmers. You know full well for that.
No, you have once. They've been arrested once. And he was de-arrested because he said he was unwell.
The gentleman who drove into you and
there is
Eleanor
no
was not
evidence
de-arrested.
for this. Oh, the case was dropped though, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yes, it fucking was.
Yeah.
Okay, well I don't know that, so...
We have done nothing wrong. We went in there with the drone, we saw the people and we left.
Yeah.
And they followed us to the car and they attacked us. And you are arresting us. Why are you not arresting them?
Jamie, and the matter's being investigated.
So they're being investigated but not arrested and we're being arrested and investigated, is that right?
You do not have to say anything but may harm the defence if you do not mention when questions in which are later on in court. Anything you do say may be given as a defence.
Do you mind if I put this empty bottle
So
in my
why
car
haven't
just so
they
it's
been
not...
arrested but they've accused of theft and GBH? They've broken his fucking ribs.
So it's not littering.
So why aren't they being arrested? What is the necessity to arrest us but not them? How does that make sense? Explain it.
Okay, I'm not going to get into the debate of this.
Because you can't answer that, because you know there is no reason why we're under arrest and they're not.
No, there can be a number of reasons why you're under arrest.
No, you absolutely will. You will explain this in court and I fucking can tell you now, I will sue you and I will win. Because there is no evidence for this and no grounds whatsoever.
This is a case of the victims being arrested.
And you will see on that camera. We've explained the situation. You've heard both accounts of what's happened.
Called you here for breaking and entering when we stepped. Literally, how accessible? Walk over field, step over fence that's a foot high. You know, it's not a perimeter. We didn't break in anywhere. Didn't force anywhere. Stepped over a foot fence.
Yeah. But again,
no one asked us to leave. We left anyway.
Thank you very much.
But yeah. Right. You know it's going to be investigated properly. I'll make sure. Like
well,
said to Jamie, I'm going to make.
You've got our details.
There's no necessity of arrest, surely.
There is no need.
You can take my body cam now.
What is the necessity for arrest right now?
There is none. It's just a punishment. It's punishment. That's all it is.
But you're not being arrested as a punishment. You're being arrested because
we are being arrested.
Well, no, I know you're not saying not being arrested. So not being arrested.
So why are we being arrested?
You're not being arrested as a punishment.
Those people should be arrested to be searched for the stolen phone because there's been allegations of assault, theft, and criminal damage. And she's never going to get that phone back because you guys are dealing with us.
Is there like find your phone or anything on it?
They turned it off. It's an iPhone. I don't have iPhone. Otherwise, I would have
no idea how technology works. Hence why I have to ask you how they.
Yeah, I think when it's off, it's off. Unfortunately.
Have you got the car keys?
Why am I cuffed?
Because you sat down, so it's... Glad she's holding on so you don't run away, like in the middle of nowhere.
It's quite far to go, isn't there?
Could run back to the place of animal abuse. Two unlawful arrests in the space of less than 2 weeks. Be a good payout in about a year's time. You guys already bought me a drone. Very helpful.
It's funny that you use police money to buy that very drone that you use.
Yeah. That's what happens when I make a legal arrest. I don't understand how there's allegations of assault, theft, criminal damage, and all we done was civil trespass, and yet we're being detained, arrested. Said we'll go to voluntary interview. I offered you my body cam. And we're still being detained, all this fuss.
We are instructed of what we're supposed to
I bet you are.
What we're doing.
Who's that come from?
Who's instructed you? I want to know who's at
we
the
get
top
it
of this
passed
game.
down the line to us, and that's from that.
And who's the inspector? Larkin. Who's the inspector?
I don't know, actually, to believe.
Don't know who gives you your orders.
So can you just explain, your body cams are all on, right? Yeah. So can you just explain, when we've made accusations of theft, excuse me, are you listening?
I am listening, there was a vehicle
there.
I can see you.
Just bear in mind, I will be requesting all of your body cams. So I want you to explain to me, right? When we've made allegations of theft, assault and criminal damage, and we're telling you that we've got evidence to prove the whole thing, right there, and we're willing to come in for voluntary interviews, we're willing to hand the evidence over. Why are we under arrest? And they've accused us of what? Going onto their property, and we're under arrest. Explain that disparity.
It's an allegation that has been made.
We've made allegations.
Yeah, this is a counter allegation, the decision has been made above my level.
We're just going to smoke my vape while you pat me down and shit.
Mate, I appreciate, obviously, you want to watch what's going on with Gemma. Okay, but you can see from here there are multiple other things.
Don't forget that. You're welcome. I definitely want the footage back.
Okay, yeah, well, ultimately, you know, we've done this.
Carl?
Yes?
You know I apologise for calling you a wanker?
You did, yes.
I take it back, you're a fucking cunt.
Right, that's unnecessary, okay? I've only ever been civil with you.
No, I take it back, you're a fucking cunt. Okay, standing here unlawfully arresting us. I thought you were one that might have a little bit of awareness and integrity. I was wrong about that.
I've always
You are here stealing our fucking liberty, using force because we've been the victims of an attack by violent workers, and we will prove that, and we will sue you.
Okay, but ultimately, I can only work with information that I'm given. Okay, it's been
So look, you can check the fucking cameras, you can secure the footage
and
at the
we will be doing
slaughterhouse,
that, but
and you
I'm not
can
gonna
secure
stand-
that footage. There is
I'm not
no
gonna-
need for this arrest.
They're corrupt beyond reason.
If that's the
so-
case,
I
then
know,
but okay. I appreciate how you feel about it, Gemma, and I'm not trying to undermine. No, but
Don't use your psychobabble on me.
I'm not using psychobabble on you. I've literally, whenever I've spoken to you, I've been open the minds for what I've said, haven't I?
You are unlawfully arresting us.
We could
for
have.
being the
We weren't even
victims.
detained.
They've
we could have
broken his
left.
fucking ribs.
What we would have been.
They've
that's
broken his
broken.
ribs, and you are arresting us, and not one
that's
of
going to be
you.
checked-
It's
and that's
like
going to be checked while he's in
talking
custody.
to actual NPCs. I seriously do wonder if like, you're even real. I don't see a soul in your eyes. Nothing. Nothing.
They are aware.
No,
Jamie needs body
nothing
warners
is
here.
empty.
They don't fucking get that. Got my evidence of assault from the permit.
And rightfully so, if there are allegations of the crime that be investigated, and I hope if you're saying there's evidence on there that show that.
So why are you not arresting them when we're both making
they don't care
accusations
about that.
and we've got
If you stop yelling at us.
right? Okay, so why are they not under arrest?
Because the necessity comes to your arrest.
So why is there a necessity to arrest us but not them?
We've got to watch out for safeguarding concerns. They're where they should be, not where you should be.
But that's civil trespass. We're not denying civil
I'm not
trespass.
arguing-
We went
I'm
on
not
there with the
arguing about
drone and we left when we saw them, and they followed us and attacked us.
That's not the offence you've been arrested for, is it?
But I know what aggravated trespass is,
I know you do.
and that's interfering with lawful activity or being threatening and intimidating to people carrying out lawful activity, which we didn't fucking do. They followed us.
It's an allegation, isn't it?
But there has to be
I'm not here to
some.
say
You
you
said
don't.
earlier, anyone can make an accusation.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to make an accusation. So I just make something up, shall
I
I?
lose more hours on my life. So
Yeah,
no
I
one
am
in the
fucking
cell.
honest. I'm like, you not and them. And they did assault me because they tried to drag me out. You're not. You are arresting me and taking away my fucking liberty because I've been assaulted.
Well, if there's an assault allegation from yourself, we'll record it and investigate.
So why do you record and why can't you record and investigate the accusation they've made against us? You've got our details. You've handed over the details.
We are lawfully told to investigate and we will.
This is going to sound so. Bear in mind, you've got to justify all of this in court. So we've just to clarify again, we've accused them of criminal damage, theft, assault, right? And they've accused us of what? Aggravated trespass. We're the ones saying we've got camera footage to prove the veracity of what we're saying, and we're the ones under arrest. How is that going to play in court?
We'll review that footage, and if it negates it, then obviously you're fine.
And what you can review the footage right now. You don't need to arrest us. Okay, explain me this. Answer this. Why do you need to arrest us to review the footage when you can see the footage now? Why else?
You can investigate that.
Safeguard. We wanted to go home. We were coming home. We were in the car leaving.
You must know how.
But you're not adequately explained. It doesn't
You're not
make
allowed
sense.
to. I'm going to be fair to you and it's not
Yeah, don't know about GBH protection. Threats to life. You've been attacked by a group of thugs.
Just bear in mind, they've got to explain and account for all of this in court. Yeah, I think so.
It's completely.
You know we're here because it's not really.
You can search me here, then I'm going to sit down and you can carry on. I'm not doing this. Well, that's what you need 4 officers at the first station. I have no interest in getting detained in a tiny little room. I know you're explaining.
That's also the same reason I'm not handcuffing you, because I don't think you're going to chin. I'm not. I know you're the reason. I know what's happened before now. I know the reason.
I've never had a solid off.
Before we can only move,
I actually didn't know if you had that. I know that we've been okay on this place. We've spoken lots of times particularly.
Maybe one day you'll quit.
I've given you the opportunity. Thank you. If you change your mind, please tell us. We would like you to walk to the van.
Okay, well, you understand that this is a very small part of what I do, and we get involved in a lot of other things that aren't this. There is some detaining and violation of your liberties.
I understand that you guys need to be here to help people on going around the rest for things like this.
You're wrapping around my foot at the minute.
If you let me stay here and just make sure she goes
I said that you probably want to do that. I've not tried to remove you. I've not tried to do anything against you before. I know you take care of people back there. You still together?
Well, we never were.
Are you not together?
No, just housemates, because we share the same definition.
I thought you were in a relationship.
No, the partner seems to be we've had relationship points and apparently our house got the back one, but it's a self-mistake.
No, I just thought you were a couple.
No. Get away from that.
But that's why I thought you were a couple from doing that years ago. You'll have to forgive me, my memories. I deal with lots of people other than you too, so. And I appreciate she's got strong feelings about it. And I did appreciate her apology when she apologised before. Nor am I offended if she's still doing that. If you could, please.
What an abhorrent display of systemic, organised corruption and abuse of power. Special Constable 7937 Smith was utterly obnoxious and made no attempt to hide his agenda and blatant bias. Interestingly, despite being first on scene and very involved in the policing operation, there was no statement from him in the IDPC. I wonder if that's because he was so out of line that should these charges have gone to trial, our defence barrister would have had a field day. Although the conduct of every officer in attendance was reprehensible, each violating just about every principle of policing through their complicity in a criminal conspiracy and appalling rights violations. Even though our accusations against TNP could have been verified there and then, the police refused to arrest them, with 7937 talking about evidence-based policing and how an allegation doesn't necessitate arrest. Yet this didn't apply when it came to the allegations made against us, a clear example of how Norfolk Constabulary make the rules up as they go, based on their own feelings and allegiances. Allowing TNP staff to leave the scene and conspire in a false account, the police were focused entirely on obtaining our details, asking questions they hoped would lead us to incriminate ourselves, and delaying us from leaving with manipulative claims of wanting to find the phone they knew I was extremely eager to get back. I fully believe every constable on scene knew we were telling the truth, not least Carl Palmer, who later told Jamie that pulling a knife sounds very out of character for him. We gave consistent accounts of what happened, which the scene supported. We provided our details, offered up video evidence of everything that happened, and were behaving as one would expect. In shock and rather dazed, yet angry and incensed, unlike the TNP employees, who seemed completely nonchalant before sneaking off to work on their story. We purposefully negated every possible necessity for arrest, leaving constables to invent ridiculous and legally baseless justifications. I was told the necessity for our arrest was they, the TNP workers, were where they should be and you were where you shouldn't be. I mean, this doesn't even constitute grounds for arrest, which weren't provided either, by the way, and is totally irrelevant to the necessity for arrest. The same constable also mentioned something flimsy about safeguarding, despite knowing it was us who'd been attacked and could prove it. But of course, they were just following orders from higher up. My phone miraculously appeared under the front passenger seat, which I checked about half a dozen times and thoroughly, even moving the seat backwards and forwards. Given the slaughterhouse workers went back inside very early on, I see no feasible way it could have been them who returned it, and suspect the police did so on their behalf in case I could track it. Much of what happened next was detailed in my previous video on this sorry saga, but essentially Jam, Duncan and I were held in custody for 16 hours. I faced no charges in relation to events at TNP, but pathetically was charged with criminal damage for decorating 2 police cells with lasagna and flooding one in protest of the unlawful arrest and false imprisonment. I'm due to stand trial for this later in the month. Duncan also faced no charges in relation to events at TNP, but was charged with possession of 0.3 grams of cannabis. Yes, you heard that right, 0.3 grams. They decided to save themselves the embarrassment of testing the B12 tablet they also found in his pocket and pretended to suspect was a Class A drug, claiming it wouldn't be in public interest to do so. Of course, if they cared about public interest, they wouldn't have pursued a trial over £3 worth of weed. At his plea hearing, Duncan elected to go to Crown Court for a jury to hear of this egregious offence, which left the CPS with no choice but to drop the charge. Anything but an out-of-court disposal for first-time possession of such an infinitesimal amount of cannabis is unheard of, so To jump from that to a full jury trial would have been too farcical even for the CPS whack jobs. Outrageously, Jam was arrested for threats to kill, which I'll detail in another video, as the lies TMP told are so extensive that I believe, along with the police and CPS, they're guilty of perverting the course of justice, and it warrants a whole video of its own. Long and short, several of the TMP workers accused Jam of jumping around with a knife while shouting, "I'll cut your fucking head off," which obviously did not happen. Yet they proceeded with a Section 5 public order instead, on the grounds that, under extreme duress and in defence of his friend, Jamie swore at the person who ambushed, chased and assaulted him, the person who faced no charges whatsoever for doing so. Despite having possession of Jam's body-worn camera footage covering the entirety of the incident, in the prosecution summary of key evidence, the police included Lambert's accusation that Jamie threatened to cut his head off, along with various other untruths which, at this point, the police would have known were lies. They also made reference to the knife, which again, they knew didn't exist. The police report reads very poorly and just doesn't ring true. It gives hammy actor reciting script concocted by 7-year-old with overactive imagination. Fortunately, at a case management hearing on the 31st of January, Judge Matthew Bone, who acquitted me of the A.D. Harvey charges earlier this year, seemed to have his suspicions, perhaps noticing how overdone the police report was and the many incongruencies. He was highly critical of the prosecution, not only for the numerous and ongoing disclosure failings, but the questionable nature of the case. He queried why there were so many prosecution witnesses for a Section 5, and more pertinently, why a person accused of something as serious as threatening another with a knife was being charged with a Section 5, inferring that this unorthodox charging decision suggested the prosecution didn't trust the account of its witnesses. A date was set for another case management hearing, with Judge Bone giving strong directions for the prosecution to get its shit together. Shortly after this CPS spanking, the TMP employees either withdrew from or were pulled from the prosecution, and the CPS discontinued the case. I think it's interesting that despite our solicitor Jane consistently pushing for the cases against Jam and I to be dropped since their inception with thorough, strong representations based on the evidence, points of law, public interest, case law, etc., that it was seemingly the knowledge that the presiding judge isn't bent that was the impetus for them to eventually do so. Jam, Duncan and I submitted a complaint about our arrest to PSD on the 16th of April last year, and to date have had no response bar acknowledgement, with police using the prosecution against us as an excuse to delay an investigation. But now that the relevant proceedings against us have concluded, I've reminded PSD to crack on with our complaint, and I've instructed AAP solicitors to sue Norfolk Constabulary. We also wish to file against traditional Norfolk poultry, so if anyone has any advice on how to go about this, the area of law and any suitable firms, please do leave a comment. In the next video, I'll go into more detail about the lies told by TMP, the collusion between them and the police, and the refusal of Norfolk Constabulary and the CPS to take action against TMP, despite blatant evidence to substantiate charges of perverting the course of justice. Thank you for watching, and please support my work in any way you can. Share this video, complain to Norfolk Constabulary and regulatory bodies, write to your MP, subscribe to my channel, or make a donation if you're able. The links to do so are in the description. State corruption and tyranny is one of the most pressing issues we're facing as a country, and if we don't take cohesive action to claw back our rights, we will lose them forever. There's strength in numbers, so please take the time to speak out and show your resistance to the powers that be, else it's far too easy for them to bury everything you've just seen and remain completely unaccountable and increasingly bold in their impunity.